or head over to brightsideben.com or pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com, and you can sign up right off the website. Of course, you can always purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program right off of the website, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Okay, so if you're doing antibiotics, if you have acne, a lot of folks are on antibiotics for long periods of time. Violation of Pharmacy 101. That's what they teach us the first week of pharmacy school. You never stay on an antibiotic for longer than 2 or 3 weeks. If you're one of those unfortunate folks who's been left on an antibiotic for years, usually it's something like tetracycline or erythromycin, which are so mild that doctors feel like they can't do any harm. Of course, now we know about resistance. I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine who's a dermatologist probably 10, 15 years ago. And I asked her, I said, you know good and well that antibiotics and don't really work for acne. And what's the deal with somebody comes into your office and you give them tetracycline and then you just automatically refill it? And she told me, I can never forget what she said. She said, patients expect a medication when they come to see me, and tetracycline is the mildest medication I can give them. So doctors dispense medicines because patients expect medications. Patients don't feel like they've gotten a treatment. They don't feel like they've gotten their money's worth if they don't have a medication, because tetracycline is relatively benign. Doctors feel comfortable leaving patients on it for a long period of time. Nonetheless, you're not going to do anything for your acne. You're going to mess up your gut bacteria. And when it comes to tetracycline and any of the cycline drugs, minocycline or tetracycline, those are the two most famous of the cycline drugs. You're going to mess up not just your good bacteria in your gut and mess up your digestive system, but you're also going to be depleting yourself of very important nutrients, very important skin-friendly nutrients, especially zinc, in addition to calcium and iron, and in addition to the B vitamins and vitamin K and folic acid. All of these are going to have increased excretion rates, and when it comes to the minerals, you're going to lock up those minerals, making them unavailable. So between B vitamin loss and vitamin K and potassium and folic acid and calcium and iron and magnesium and zinc, all of these nutrients are going to be, you're going to have less value for all of these nutrients, even if you're supplementing, if you are on a tetracycline or a minocycline antibiotic, which doctors love to use. By the way, if you want to upregulate your tetracycline or improve the effects of your tetracycline or your antibiotic, take them with your digestive enzymes. It turns out that digestive enzymes, specifically bromelain, which is in the ultimate enzymes, can increase antibiotic effects. That's according to the Complete German Commission e-Monographs, Therapeutic Guide to Herbal Medicines. And by the way, the Europeans have been using digestive enzymes as medical treatment for many years. In any case, if you're on an antibiotic for your acne, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and not only you're not getting skin health benefits, but you're probably negatively affecting your ability to process foods and absorb nutrients and overall health in general. And considering the fact that malnourishment, either from lack of intake or lack of absorption of nutrients, is at least partially involved in the development of acne-prone skin, you're going to, in the long run anyway, probably be making your skin problems worse by staying on an antibiotic. Acne is not a bacterial issue, period. Yes, bacteria are involved in the end stages, but acne needs to be considered an inflammatory issue, an immune issue, a defensive issue that's caused by pro-inflammatory foods in combination with nutritional deficiencies. The wrong foods plus nutritional deficiencies, if you're prone that way, is going to result in acne. Bacteria only show up in the final phase of the formation of a pimple. Acne is first and foremost a defensive response, an immune system issue. Is this a surprise? It shouldn't be if you've been listening to this program for any length of time. Yesterday, let me find this article here. I found a really cool article that I want to tell you about. New compound could, all right, here it is. Check this out. New compound could offer therapy for a multitude of diseases. All right, we got a new compound. This one is, I can't find the name here, but the essence of it, diseases caused by protein aggregation affect millions of people around the world. All diseases are caused by clumping up of proteins, at least partially. This is how the body protects itself. It clumps up. It clogs up. The inflammatory response is a clogging response. It's a clumping response. It's a protective response. I call it a beaver's dam. And all diseases have this element, whether it's acne on the outside of your skin or whether it's heart disease on the inside of your body. They all have this inflammatory response. That's why one element, according to this article anyway, one new compound can affect 30 different diseases because they're all the same thing. You guys, how many times have we said this on this program? There's 12,800 different diseases according to the World Health Organization, but really they're all the same thing. They're clogging, they're defensive, they're immune, they're inflammation. It's all the same thing, whether it's on top of the body in terms of the skin as an acne or psoriasis or eczema, or whether it's inside the body in terms of heart disease or autoimmune disease or osteoporosis or anything else. It should come as no surprise that acne is the same thing. It's first and foremost an immune system issue in combination with nutritional deficits, most especially in the fatty vitamins, which are growth vitamins. Acne is a hyperactive condition. Skin cells are growing too fast. We'll talk about this here. If we don't get to this today, we'll get to this tomorrow, how a pimple actually forms. Acne is first and foremost an immune system issue in combination with nutritional deficits, especially your fatty vitamins, which are your growth vitamins. Remember, there's two kinds of vitamins, two kinds of chemicals, two kinds of nutrients, water-soluble, fat-soluble. The water-soluble nutrients are quick-acting. They're electrical. They fire things off. They're great. They're important for the nervous system, for the brain, for the immune system, for the skin, because these systems grow really fast. On the other hand, your fatty vitamins are more long-term. Your fatty nutrients are more long-term. They're involved in building. And vitamin A is the most important. It's a fatty vitamin, vitamin A. The fatty vitamin, vitamin A, is the most important of the acne-fighting nutrients. And vitamin A deficiency is the most important deficiency when it comes to acne. Vitamin A, it's so important. It's a prescription drug. We'll talk about this at length tomorrow. I love vitamin A for so many reasons. Okay, time to hit our phones. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go off to Canada and welcome Jeff to the bright side. Good morning, Jeff. What's up, buddy? Jeff. Do we have Jeff? Jeff in Canada? Okay, I'm going to put... I don't know where Jeff went. I'm going to put him back on hold. Is he away from his phone? I put him back on hold there, and we'll go to Derek in Austin. What's up, Derek? Welcome to the bright side. Derek? I wonder if we have a phone problem here. Derek? Yeah? How come I can't? Derek, hey, what's up, Derek? Having a little phone issue there. Hey, what's cooking? How you doing, man?
Oh, no, sorry about that. Yes, my mom has a friend. She's 77 and retired. He is 74. 7 years ago, he had a stroke.
Okay.
The right side of his body is
paralyzed,
severely, impacted by this.
Okay. You want some help with the stroke?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you some nutritional help for stroke. Stroke is like any other health condition. You can do a heck of a lot of stuff for a stroke with nutrition. Hang tight, Derek. I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this.
By now, you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins, but did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know bidbit.co. Why? Because bidbit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoins by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your products and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at bidbit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer Bidbit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at bidbit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co, bidbit.co.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. Steel. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you've been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
We're back on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking to Derek in Texas. Derek, you there, bro? Derek?
Yep, I'm right here.
Okay, so your mom's friend had a stroke, as they say, cerebrovascular accident. Or cerebrovascular event. Basically, poor blood flow, poor circulation in the brain over the course of a minute or two or three or four results in a dead part of the brain. Brain cells die, basically, and depending on where those cells die, it could be worse or worse than worse. I had a friend who had a stroke, vital, vibrant guy. He was in his 50s. He had a stroke. Now he's in a wheelchair. He's paraplegic. You know, there's lots of horrible things that can happen to us in this crazy world of ours. Entropy and all, thermodynamics and all, things are meant to break down, and there's all kinds of stuff that can happen to the body. But I can't think of anything worse than a stroke. I'd rather be dead than have a stroke, especially if it involves some kind of loss of bodily function, specifically when it involves loss of bodily function, paraplegic, quadriplegic. These are all things that are likely when you have a stroke. A stroke is caused by lack of blood flow. It can happen. It can be due to a clog. It can be due to bleeding. But for whatever reason, blood flow to the brain is stopped and the brain dies. In your case of your friend, it affected part of his, you said the right side of his body. So here's what you got to do. Once the brain cells are dead, they're dead. So they're not coming back. But what you could do is you can start to build up the nervous system, strengthen the nervous system. And that just basically means doing every single thing we talk about on this program. First of all,